Hi, today I'm going to be discussing my curriculum philosophy.
So we spent the class discussing 4 different types of philosophies: scholar academic, social efficiency, learner-centered, and social reconstruction. And what I've kind of gained or understood from this class was that each philosophy individually is only so useful. But if we can take the best parts of each philosophy, then we can utilize them to make something of real value.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take each of these curriculum philosophies and I'm going to take out the parts that we don't need and kind of well-round these into philosophies where we're taking the best part from every philosophy. And now I'm left with just the best parts of each philosophy.
So in the spirit of the World Cup, I've taken the best parts of each individual philosophy and used them to create a well-rounded curriculum. And just like the best teams at the World Cup, they will need to be well-rounded and not one-dimensional.
So with my well-rounded curriculum, I'm now going to go through the elements that I thought were the best of each philosophy to create my well-rounded curriculum. With the scholar academic, I like the idea that you could build a body of knowledge to understand the world, and I also like the element of a teacher as an expert that would provide knowledge and as a resource for the students. The foundation of all learning in every content comes from this philosophy. And even though it's kind of teacher heavy, I do like it that the teacher acts as a support in building the foundation of knowledge that students will learn as they use their other philosophies. From the social efficiency curriculum, the things I liked the most were the active learning and the skill development, as well as the relevant real-world skills that were taught. So as students are going through this, they're learning skills that build up in complexity. And as they master these skills and move on, they can then utilize these skills and apply it in real-world situations, and also as they engage in more self-learning processes. The learner-centered curriculum was the curriculum that I saw that had the most promise in terms of inspiring learning, but also that came with the most difficulties. But the things I took from learner-centered were the self-exploration and discovery that allows for students to achieve, and also the freedom for students to be creative and pursue their own interests. What I think learner-centered does a good job of doing is encourage and create a love of learning in students. And it allows students the freedom to succeed but also fail, and fail but learn from their mistakes so that these failures are temporary and that they can build off of them. The last component of my well-rounded curriculum comes from the social reconstructionist ideology, and the things that I believe are most important to take out of this philosophy were the social awareness and critical thinking, and then also the idea of challenging the status quo and working towards a better society. Now, this was important component because I enjoyed the how it encouraged students to understand society and how to address problems. And what's going to make this work and what's most important about this is that social reconstruction and understanding the components of this can only be affected with a broad base of knowledge that comes from the scholar academic, and the skills that come from social efficiency, and the desire to learn and understand things from the learner-centered. So as a total, these all come together to make a well-rounded, strong curriculum with hopefully the goal of improving society in the long run.
So with the new well-rounded curriculum, this can be used by learners of all ages. The complexity of skills and the level of critical thinking will increase as students age, and just like this curriculum, this well-rounded ball can be used at the World Cup.
Or by babies dreaming to be in the World Cup. Thanks, everybody.